worksheet tonight. Um, this is more of Monday night's homework. Today's homework is basically this worksheet only. I should have typed this on there but forgot, so didn't tell you. So this is not your homework. It's different than what you have on your paper. Unless if I use this video in another year, but 2017, January 20th, you don't have to do that work. But if I use a video for another year, that would be your homework, okay? Or things change. Or it's on Google Classroom. Follow the Google Classroom homework assignment. Okay. So some of you are still missing this. Let's do it this way. Maybe a lot of you are not understanding this one. Okay, in class, some of you by your work, you don't understand. We know we're going to add these two together, right? So n plus 4 is less than 1. Well, not 1, but before we do this, you should write 5n plus 5 to the 4th is less than 5 to the 0. So you're basically adding these two together, and it has to equal to this 0 right here, or it's less than 0, So you do minus 4, you can do it like that, and you got n is less than negative 4. So you can choose any number that's less than negative 4 for n, and it would work. So let's say you choose less than negative 4, you choose negative 10. If you choose negative 10, negative 10 plus 4 is less than 0. True, negative 6 is less than 0. So you can choose any number basically less than 10. If you write this on the test, it's correct. So you can choose negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, goes on forever in that direction. Okay? Any number less than negative 4, they're negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. So here, so let's do this way. 5n times 5 to the 4th greater than 5 to the 0 power. That's what 1 is. Right? So you're adding these two. Maybe next year I'll teach it like this. It has to be greater than 0. n plus 4 is greater than 0, right? So minus 4, n has to be greater than negative 4. So choose all numbers that are greater than negative 4. You can choose 10. 10 is greater than negative 4. You can choose any number greater than negative 4. You can choose negative 3, and it will work. So if you choose 10 here, if you choose 10 plus 4 is greater than 0, so 14 is greater than 0. If you choose n equals to 10, you'll see that 10 plus 4 is greater than 0. 14 is greater than 0. So choose any numbers that way. So numbers that are greater than negative 4, you can choose negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. They're all greater than negative 4, ... Okay? This one here. So if you add these two together, n plus 4, and then this is, change that to 5 to the 0 power equals to 0. So minus 4, then n is equal to negative 4 here. That's another way of doing it instead of guessing. You can do it mathematically. Okay? Simplify below. Okay. First, some of you like to work this way forward, which is fine too. I like working that way. left to right. Divide by 2. It's a fraction, 1 over 2. This is a 1 exponent, so minus 1. 4 minus 1 is m to the third. To the 1 minus 1, you got n to the first. You don't have to write all these ones. Oops, sorry, not too many deletes. You don't have to write all this 1. Be the same. But if you leave all the 1s, that's correct too. Or, brilliant, you just write n over 2m to the third. Generally, they write or like that. That's the correct way of doing it, okay? So here you would this is multiply, there's no, okay. You would multiply these two, you get 12. You add these two, because the bases are the same, n to the fifth. 2 plus 3 right there. Okay? This one here, same thing. Multiply these, negative 6. You add these, 5 plus a negative 8. M to the negative 3. That is not simplified, so you need to put, remember, this is like having a 1 here and a 1 here also, okay? And that's the times here. So you're only flipping these two and leaving the negative 6 as a numerator, and only bringing down m to the third to change it to its opposite. You're only switching that with the 1. And that's your answer. Do not bring that negative 6 down to the denominator. We did number 3 in class. Okay, and we wait on this until after the test. And I'll go over it again. Go over scientific notation. If you did the other homework assignment is doing, instead of this here, I asked you to do IXL.com G.1, and I want it 60%. Basically, it's on scientific notation. I hope when you get it wrong that you read and that you understand. It's not very difficult. Or like this, you can do order of operation, do 10 to the 9th power, and then times the answer by that, and you get your answer. It's the same thing, basically, do order of operation. Okay, that's what scientific notation is, really. All right, so this here, same thing as your front that we've been doing. Divide this all by 4, you get 1 over 12 minus this 3 here. Take out the smaller base with this same base, smaller exponent. Your answer's in the numerator because the work is in the numerator, h squared, or just h squared over 2. Means the same thing. Both are correct. One looks prettier. Okay. Here you distribute the negative 2, okay, to all of them. So you get 4 to the negative 8th power, p to the negative 4 power, r to the negative 2 power. Okay? Now, they're all negative exponents. So they're all switching. So this is all multiply. If you multiply 1 times 1 times 1, you still get 1, right? 4 to the 8th, p to the 4th, r to the 2nd. If you want to put 1 times 1 each, still notice it's a 1. That's why it's like that, okay? And these all means times. If you want to put it there, you can. If you don't want to, you can leave it blank like that. All means the same. Now remember this one here. It's very important. Okay. This here as a decimal to the nearest 10th. Okay. Without a calculator, because you can't use the calculator on the test. Now the square root of 27 is between the square root of 25 and the square root of 36. So your answer is between 5 and 6. So all your possible answer, remember, is 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9, and then 6 which is this one. So that's not our choice, 36, right? But 25 is close to 27. So it's closer to 5. So these two numbers are closer to 5 than all the rest. So I would definitely not try these. So I'll start with the bottom two. So my answer could be 5.1 or 5.2, whichever that is. Let's test out and find out which one it is. Or 5.3, or possibly 5.3. You never know. Okay, so let's do 5.1 times 5.1. 1, 5, 5, 25, 1, 10, carry the 1, 6, 26.1. Not it, too small, 1 whole 5. So be between these two now as an answer. 5.2 times 5.2. 4, 10, 10, carry the 1, 26. Get 27.04. Oh yeah, that's answer is 27. This is definitely it. So 5.2 is my answer. My other answer is our only possible answer, okay? Okay. Write a linear equation in slope-intercept form for the following problems. Okay, here the y-intercept. If you notice this, you can always do point slope. You can choose 2 points, okay? And do 0, 15, and 2, 12. And you find the rate of change, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But because this has a y-intercept, you don't have to do that. Okay, you just find, okay, I'm sorry, you do the rate of change. Okay, you do need to find the rate of change, x1. Okay, I was going to shorten it and just have you count 1, 2, 3 over 2. So this is down 3 over 2. That's my rate of change. But if you don't know that, you do x1, y1, x2, y2, and you do 12 minus 15 over 2 minus 0. You get your rate of change of negative 3 over 2. Okay, and your equation for that, you don't need to do y minus y1. You can stop because you have a y-intercept right here. B is 15, so y and x goes here on the rate of change or slope, negative 3 over 2x plus the 15 there. That's your rate of change right here, or the slope now. The Common Core will use slope here sometimes, or rate of change. They expect you to know either or. Okay, that's the answer. So here, there's no y-intercept, so you have to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so you get 8 minus 14 over negative 6 minus, oh, this is a negative 10. So you make sure you put a negative 10 there. Okay, so this way you get a plus, a negative, positive, positive. That's negative 6 over a 4, or a negative 3 over 2. Now you can't do just y equals negative 2x. There's no y-intercept, so you have to use y minus y1 equals to m parentheses x minus x1. If you're unsure when to do do this for this same problem too. If you did, I'll show you in a minute. If you did y, okay, let me do a different color. Let's do black and y minus y1 equals to m parentheses x minus x1. You'll get the same answer, y minus y1, which is 15, equals to m here. M is negative 3 over 2. Negative 3 over 2. X minus 0 here. X1 here is 0. Okay, so you distribute, you get negative 3 over 2x plus 0. Y minus 15 equals. Add 15, you get y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 15. Now it also asks, okay, same answer you see. So if you forget how to use the y-intercept, you can always go back to this. And if your math is right, you get the exact same answer, okay? If you forget the shortcut, go to the long ways and make sure, or if you have time, double check yourself, okay? This one, you cannot, because one of your point, you don't have a x equals to 0 here. You cannot do the shortcut at all. No shortcut. You have to use the point slope formula. This is called point slope formula. Let's say, so you need to do y minus 14 equals to negative 3 over 2 parentheses x minus a negative 10. Be careful here. You don't put just a 10, but it's a negative 10. Add. So you're distributing negative 3 over 2x. A negative times a positive is a negative. Cross cancel, 15. Okay? Equals y minus 14. Add 14, add 14. Okay? Y equals negative 3 over 2x minus 1. That's your answer. Same thing, you just pick 2 points here. Let's say I pick these 2 points. You can pick any points, right? Your answer will come exactly the same as mine. Okay? x1, y1, x2, y2. I got 36, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, and that is, you got y2, 36 minus 24 over 24 minus 16. 12 over, what, 8? Which is 3 over 4, right? Divide by 4, yeah, 3 over 2. So my rate of change here, or my m here, or the slope, same thing, my slope is 3 over 2. So now, because I have no y-intercept, I have to use y minus y1 equals to m parentheses x minus x1. So y minus 24 equals to m, which is 3 over 2, a positive, 3 over 2, x minus x1, which is 16. Okay, distribute. Okay, 2 here, that's an 8. So 3 over 2x minus 24. Y minus 24 equals to that. Oh, look, add 24, add 24. Y equals 3 over 2x minus 0 or plus 0, whatever. And 0 is neither negative or positive, so you can put either plus or minus. Okay? That's how you do that. For problem A, what does the rate of change in y-intercept mean? Okay, let's start with the rate of change. Okay, this is the milk remaining in cups. So this means you're down by 3.5 cups. That's 3. This negative 3, you're down by 3 cups for every 2 servings. The 2 is for the number of servings. Down every 3 cups for every 2 serving. The rate of change, negative 3 over 2 means, let's say the slope, shorter. You guys probably like to use this word slope better because it's shorter. Slope is negative 3 over 2, which means down 3 cups of milk for every 2 servings. The Y-intercept 15, the Y-intercept 15 means, this means you started out with 15 cups of milk. Means you start out with 15 cups of milk. Okay? And you're losing 2 cups for every 3 servings. Okay, next, I'm going to stop and post this because it may take too long if I do too much. And then I'll come and do this page on the next video. Okay,